Hello everyone and welcome to Talk of the Town. We have a great summer show on tap. We really get moving this month by heading out to Pocono Raceway. Find out what happens when Kim and I get into race cars.
All I'm going to tell you is those cars go really, really fast. That's coming up in just a bit. Also, Marie and I love to hear show ideas from our viewers, and this month we head out to Henryville for some surprises at a local business that's been around for decades, and you may not even know they exist.
But first, how about some fun with fashion at affordable prices? A new shop just opened up in Jim Thorpe, and it combines designers and discounts. So of course, we decided to stop by. Check it out. So today, Kim and I raided our closets to find a few things that we don't really need anymore.
That's right, but with the economy still being pretty tough, people are trying to figure out ways that they can save money and make money.
That's right, consignment is the way. We're at the Lavender Closet in Jim Thorpe, where we're going to talk about frugal fashion.
We brought you some of our stuff.
Okay.
So you'll have to tell us whether this is good consignment shop stuff.
All right. Dresses are always good because people are always looking for a nice summer dress. There's tons of summer weddings, and we all know how we go out and buy that special dress just for that wedding, and it sits in our closet. So this way, somebody can come in here, get a really pretty dress, not spend a whole lot of money, and like you said, not feel guilty because they just bought a dress just for that wedding.
I have worn these more than I've worn the clothing, and I guess most people do with shoes, but as I looked at them, I'm like, oh, well, I think they're still really good when you look at them, and I don't know what you what you think about.
The soles are good. If it would have a back on it, we would look to see if it was bent over or broken, but these are fine. And right now, I'm really glad because we're getting the younger girls to come in, so these are the things they're looking for. Your little shorts here, they love them. It also, because it's from Abercrombie,
Brand name.
It's that brand name. And we're looking for brand name designer stuff that people gently use, and that's our biggest seller here. So these are great. Your little shirt. Yeah, it's all what the younger girls are looking for, and we're glad they're starting to come in. And they're also doing the same thing. They're making a couple bucks for their summer vacation, or if they're, have something they're planning on, but then they're also coming in and looking and not spending all mom and dad's money in the big stores. So everything you guys have brought in is great items to bring in. So what we usually do is we have everybody fill out a consignment form. It gives our guidelines. We do all the pricing here, and we try to keep everything 75 to 50% less of what it would be in retail. We don't want anything that's overused.
Right.
We want gently used things or something that's really brand new, like still has the tags on, and we all do that. We buy something and stick it in our closet and don't wear it. We have the straw purses for the summer. Lots of black purses, since that seems to be the color of choice for purses.
I think black will always be the color of choice. And you just look at us.
Right,
Jewelry
yeah,
too in your
exactly.
store.
Yes, we have jewelry and shoes, anything that women are looking to buy, clothing and accessories.
There's so many cute things in here. I just love this little Coach bag. It's perfect color, perfect everything for the summer. So you get some high-end stuff in here.
Yeah, we do.
Well, of course, you can never have enough pairs of shoes.
Absolutely not. And when you get into the colors, that's something that you don't really want to spend a lot of money on a special pair of shoes that just go with one outfit. So this is great.
They would go with that what you're wearing.
I know they would.
And you can always use the little pair of black pumps.
Sure. So let's go dressy. Look what I found, Kim.
That is so pretty. And I love pink.
Yes, beautiful. Kim, these are some really cute looks.
I love them, but you know what they need? Some jewelry. A big thanks to Nancy Beers from the Lavender Closet in Jim Thorpe. We had a great time checking out all the clothes.
And we want you to have some fun at the Lavender Closet as well. Nancy is giving us a $25 gift certificate for one lucky viewer. Just visit our Facebook page and check out all the photos in our July album. Like the right photo for your chance to win.
Talk of the Town will be right back with summer hairstyles to help you beat the heat and look great all summer long.
Kim, it's supposed to be over 100 degrees today. I wish I could just jump in that water.
Me too, but you know, sometimes it's hard, especially when you're on the go.
I know.
And as much as I love my long hair, on a day like today, I wish it was short.
Yeah, me too, but I won't do that.
No.
I just pull it back on the really hot days, but I don't have a lot of ideas. I just pull it back into that messy bun.
And I tend to go for a ponytail, and that's it.
We need some new ideas.
We do, so let's go visit Ken from Ken & Company and see what he has to say.
All right.
Ken, tell us what we can do. Help us out because it's so hot and we're just looking for some simple ideas for the summer months.
Perfect. Follow me. I'll take you over. I'll introduce you to my friends, and we'll get you a nice hairstyle, some great tips for what you should be doing with your hair this summer.
Ken turned us over to Janice and Samantha for some Beat the Heat styles. For Marie, it's a sleek ponytail with a bit of a twist.
It's to give you some volume. I just teased it a little bit up here and just gave you a ponytail, but it's not just a regular ponytail. What's nice about it, the magic part of it is you don't see that rubber band that you put in your hair. So what you can do is just wrap it, or like I did on you, I did a little braid, just take a piece from the bottom and wrap it around the rubber band.
All right, so it's
that
a little
way.
classier
So it's a little classier. You don't see the rubber band. It looks more classy, a little bit more stylish, very simple, easy for the summer, and it's all off your neck, which is even great.
My new look is a summer bun. All you need to make it happen are some bobby pins.
Rather than fighting with the humidity and the fuzz coming through anyway, I'd rather just curl your hair, pin it up nice and loose. So I pulled back the sides after curling them, both sides, and then scrunched up the ends into a little loose bun and kept pinning and pinning. It gave you a lot of texture, keeps it loose, and left fullness up top here. So got it off the neck, you're not hot and sweaty.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't have to worry about anything falling. It's all good for the day.
You can't go wrong mixing braids with summer updos.
Braids are really in right now, so I just braided the front and then brought this all to the side and curled all of this, and then to cover up her ponytail, which you want to cover up, you don't want to see that. You can just twist the hair around it, just like that.
While blonde highlights are always a big hit during the summer months, lots of brunettes are adding extra color too.
I highlighted her today. She has dark hair, so we highlighted and toned her so that they weren't too light. She wanted a caramel color. And then we're going to be doing an updo on her. And I'm just putting a little bit of curl in here. And we're going to do a nice side sweep up here, which is a hot summer trend this year.
Can someone do this themselves on their hair?
Absolutely, especially with the natural curl and being a summer wedding. Instead of fighting the humidity, it's better to just let your hair do what it does naturally. And as you can see, it's completely simple. Just a couple twists and bobby pins, and you have a nice simple updo.
Guys are cooling off with edgy summer styles that transition to a more conservative look when needed.
We are doing a faux hawk, so we're going to be taking the sides nice and short and then blending it up into a longer strip through the top, so it'll be easy for him to wear it as a mohawk, or he'll be able to wear it down and more conservative if he needs to.
You had to notice stylist Hideko's hot pink hair. It's her adventurous summer look and a popular trend right now with celebs and teens.
Well, it's a good time to do it, especially for kids. They don't have to worry about school dress codes, and then by the time they have their back-to-school haircut, the hair color can either be removed or has washed out, as many of them are temporary. So it's a nice time. It plays well off the tans and everything, and you know, the parents don't have to worry about the longevity because the sun does a lot of lightening on its own.
Ken, thanks so much. I love this hairstyle. It feels cooler already.
Oh, me too.
I have to say, Kim and Marie, look at you both. It's just a perfect, I'm happy. You look great. This should get you where you're going today on the hot day, I promise.
Thanks,
Yeah, great.
Ken.
Hey, thanks you guys. Thanks for coming. See you soon.
We want 2 lucky viewers to enjoy a brand new look thanks to Ken & Company on Main Street in Stroudsburg. Just like the right photo on our Facebook page for your chance to win. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. It's time for all of us to tap into our artistic side in the kitchen. This could be scary, Marie.
I'm not worried. Candy Knappenberger from Lip Smackin' Good is here to help. Right, Candy?
Right.
Candy decorates cakes and competes all over the country. She has some cakes that really are too beautiful to eat. They sure are. Thanks, Candy, for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. What are you going to show us?
I'm going to show you how to make a purse.
A purse? Okay, you know what, MB, just real quick before we start, we almost have to talk about the stuff that you've brought in front because it doesn't even look like cakes.
People might wonder why it's there.
That's what I like about what I do. I prefer to do cakes that don't look like cakes. They look like things in nature, things in your home, things like that.
And they're all beautiful and crazy good. So you're extremely talented. You've got your work cut out, especially with me.
Oh, boy.
See, she knows.
No, you'll be fine.
All right, so what do we need to do first to make a purse cake? Which, by the way, I love the idea.
Well, while I'm prepping up the cake, I'm going to have each of you are going to have a job today with
Okay.
me.
All right.
Okay. Maria, you are going to take this cutter. It's a leaf cutter. And we have what is called a fruit roll-up, which you can buy in your grocery store. And you're going to cut some leaves out for me.
Okay.
And Kim, you're going to take care of the marshmallows, and you're going to cut little slices for me. And we're going to make those into the petals of flowers.
Just little sliced marshmallows.
Right. You got it?
All right. I just got to make sure I wiggle it real good.
I'm going to start to fill the cake. Right now, I'll start filling the cake, and you just continue, and you just keep continuing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna flip this.
Cake looks yummy.
Yes,
Smells good too.
orange flavored cake. Very nice for the summertime.
Now, why did you decide we were making a purse cake?
She knows us.
Well, I do watch the show, and I know you guys like pretty things.
You pegged us.
Right. Now, most people take a spatula, or a lot of times people take butter knives to cover their cakes. I like to use a piping bag.
Neater.
Yes, very much neater.
Look at you didn't get any of that anywhere. It's right where it belongs.
And being it's a smaller cake, I'm just going to use a smaller spatula to fill it. I just
Swirl it around,
Swirl
and around
it
it
around.
goes.
Oh, I like it on the Lazy Susan. That's nice too.
yeah, and it keeps it more consistent. And if you keep your spatula or your knife nice and tight, and not, I shouldn't say tight, a little stiff, and don't move it, it'll go nice and flat for you.
I have to remember that. I have one of those. I've never used it for that. But now I will.
Right. And now we're going to put what I like to call the lid on. Okay. Now,
How many marshmallows do we need, by the way?
I think you're doing all right there, Kim. I think you'll
Keep
have enough.
going, or?
I think you have enough there.
All right, I'm just going to
You're
finish
good.
this one.
You're
I'm
good.
still working on it.
And
Mine's
then-
a little bit more labor intensive.
Yeah, that stuff's kind of sticky. Kim, if you want to, you can take those and you can dip them into the sugar here.
Okay.
And then I guess when you're done, you could take these off and lay them on the
Okay.
gold board.
Just
Okay.
on one side, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
This
Now-
is a great thing, I think, to do with like the kids.
Absolutely. My youngest daughter, sometimes I can talk her into going to a cake show with me.
Ooh.
And she's actually done very well. Every competition I've ever had her in, she's taken first place and best in her division.
Wow.
So
that's
she's
awesome.
she's doing real well.
She's a good teacher.
Now what I'm going to do, I want to make sure that the cake doesn't roll away, and most of us don't carry totally round
Purses.
purses anymore. Maybe
In a
back
bowling
in the 50s.
bag, yeah, okay.
Right. So I'm going to cut not quite, well, even around a quarter of the cake off.
Wow.
You don't waste that, do you?
Never, never, ever waste any cake. So we cut that off, and we lay that to the side.
We have enough people here that are going to be willing
I'm
to eat any
sure.
extras.
And then all I'm going to do is put this down here. I'm going to grab the cake, and I'm going to center it on the good board.
Oh, that's neat.
Wow. Aren't you worried it's going to fall over?
Well, sometimes, and if I'm worried, I can take, you know the skewers you use for barbecues?
Yes.
To do, what's it called?
Like a shish kebab.
Yes. I take those and I will stick them down through here.
To hold it in place.
Yeah.
Holds it for you.
But I don't think this is going to make it anywhere beyond this table. When this is done. I don't think
If
I
it
have
starts
to.
at all, yeah, it ain't going far.
She's met our crew.
Absolutely. Okay. And I'll take the piping bag once again, and I'll just start covering the cake loosely. You don't need tonnage.
And it's a pinkish purse, so that's very cool because
I'm loving this whole concept.
she knows we're pink girls too.
What girl don't like pink? Now, of course, you don't have to use a piping bag. You can use a spatula also to do it.
Now, for those of us who don't have pink icing readily available, is that just vanilla icing with some food coloring, or did you do something special?
No, it's normal, your icing you like to use at home. Everybody has their favorite recipes. This recipe I got from my mother. My mother's used this icing recipe since I was a child, and there was never a recipe. And different people,
One of those.
Have changed it slightly
Yeah.
over the years.
What's so funny is my father helps me out every once in a while, whether it's do dishes. He builds a lot of my structures for the big challenge cakes, or like I do a lot of automotive vehicles, monster trucks, all kinds of cool stuff like that. So he gets involved with me with that. How are we making out, girls?
Good. I have a whole thing of leaves for you.
And I've got lots
Wow.
of marshmallow covered
And
candies.
here's your.
If you ever need another job,
We can be your
We come work
assistants.
for you.
As long as we get to eat what we
Absolutely.
make, it's not a bad job.
absolutely.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna kind of let this here like this. Usually it'd be a lot smoother, but like I said, it's not gonna crust for me here
Yeah,
today.
because of the lights.
Right.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, each of you have a Tootsie Roll.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And you're each gonna have 2 toothpicks. And I just want you to stick it in, like maybe a quarter of the way.
On the ends.
Into our Tootsie
You're good.
Rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
And
This
then I
will be
want
the
you
handle.
these are going to be the handle. These are Tootsie Rolls. The big rolls.
Love it.
Just
Yeah.
ever so slightly give it a little bend.
Make it the handle of the purse. See if we.
Let's see, can you match it?
We got to make sure our handles are good, Marie.
That's
That
pretty good.
looks good.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to step back. Kim, I know you have a lot of purses, so I'm sure you know where that handle really needs to go. I'm going to stick it right down through.
All right.
Awesome. There we go.
There. Now we're good.
We look like a purse already.
Now the next step we're going to do is, Kim, I want you to grab like a set of 5 petals. Oh, you know what? I got to put a little bit of icing in my bag.
Okay.
And put that other little tip on there. And these are disposable piping bags. They're wonderful because, icing, yuck, really not fun to wash.
To wash them out.
No, not fun at all. So I'm going to put a little more in here to make sure our stuff is going to stay still.
Okay. Does it matter what colors I grab here? Pink or yellow or blue? Or
It doesn't matter as long as we have say 5 petals per flower.
okay, that's what we're doing, a flower? Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll do a yellow flower
Okay.
to start.
Now, this is going to be, wait, this was yours one? Yep. Mm-hmm. Kim, this is going to be your side of the purse. So we're going to work on Kim's side of the purse. If it
Okay.
doesn't stick, I can have the piping back here.
Okay.
Wow, Kim.
It's sticking.
If not, got you covered. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little dollop there for your Whopper. Now take a Whopper.
Whopper. And it goes right in the middle?
Right in the middle, Kim.
It's a little sunflower.
Yeah.
Love it.
There's Kim's side. Now, Kim,
All right.
while Marie and I do her side, I want you to take your fruit roll up, and I have your initial there in a cutter, and I want you to cut yourself a letter.
But slide me over those petals first.
I got you covered.
Petals for Marie.
All right. I'll be different than Kim. I'll
you
do
go.
All right, so we're just anywhere sticking them on.
That's awesome. I don't know, maybe we should have made this into a cake challenge between you two.
I don't know, we've done food challenges already.
Anytime you want to do a cake challenge, let me know.
All right, I had to squish in an extra one there so
That's
that we
okay.
ended up with the right color
Just
combo.
remember, this is yours.
I know. I
It's
like
your
it.
creation.
All right, so I need a Whopper.
You need a Whopper.
Have the whole box, Ree.
Put a little dollop in there for you. Just squeeze it in there. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Cut out my letter.
All right, you cut out your letter. And let's see, I'm gonna do a little piping here and finish this off. I'm gonna pipe on the cording on the purse
Okay,
that holds the seams together.
of course, because, you know, that's important.
And I'm going
You
to
lose your stuff.
clean this up. and just fall
I
apart.
hate when stuff falls out of my cake purse. All right, where am I putting my K? Because I'm done.
Any place is okay with me.
As long as it's on my side, right?
As long as it's on your side. That's right.
I can tell you're like an expert at this because you're wiping everything really clean.
Well, we try to keep it as clean as possible. Go ahead, Kim, you can put your initial on. I'll hold this still for you. That's going to be the hardest part for you. Is it sticking for you?
Because it's sticky.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I think it's going.
There you go. See? Awesome. There's Kim's person. Her side of the purse, I should say.
Your side.
How are you making
No,
out, Marie?
I'm getting through the stickiness here, but I'm making it. I'm almost
Your
ready.
side must be warmer.
It's warm over here.
While you're doing it, I'll
All right.
give this.
That's pretty.
Okay.
All right.
Marie.
Straighten it out while I go.
There we go. But we can't forget the leaves.
Okay. You know you're going to have to tell us who does a better job. Did we warn you of things like that? When you
I
do
didn't
things
become
like...
a certified judge yet, but we'll see. You know, most of the cake decorators don't care for judges too much. I don't know if I want to be a judge yet,
That's funny.
but I will.
Now I touched my little icing a little bit there.
Oh, that's all right.
There.
Okay, let me give the finishing touch here, and then we'll vote. Oh, see, even I make mistakes.
That's all right. Because it's fixable, right? It's still soft.
Yes. Buttercream doesn't like heat. Maybe if I just start up this way. And being a little nervous doesn't help either.
You're doing great. What do you have to be nervous about? Marie and I are the ones making the cake.
There we go.
Ah,
Very
it's
nice.
There
wonderful.
you go. And
right.
anybody, I mean, honestly,
a
anybody
great
can make this
idea.
at home. It's just one cake mix in an 8-inch round cake, two 8-inch cake pans, and some buttercream icing. And, you know, some people, you know, aren't really, they like to say not real good at baking and stuff like this. And just take a little bit of time, even get a box mix. Do the box mix, buy a can of the frosting. You can take that frosting out, put it in the mixing bowl and fluff it up. It'll actually double in size for you. And just do that. And just be a little creative and don't stress about it.
Don't be afraid. Just try
Yeah.
it.
The kids love this stuff.
All right, so now you have to give your
Vote.
grading here.
Is it Kim or is it Marie?
You know what? I think it's a tie.
She's a politician.
Diplomat.
Politician.
No, I know what it is to lose because I have lost. I've lost some challenges. I've lost some shows.
Yeah.
You can't always be number one.
That's
but
right.
you can try.
Absolutely.
I love this.
Beautiful. I love it.
All right. Well, and Candy is giving one lucky viewer a $25 gift certificate so that you can experience one of her cakes. So all you have to do is visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/talk13.
All right, thank you, Candy, so
Thank
much
you
for
for
being
having
here.
me.
When we come back, Kim and I get our hands into candle making. Literally, don't go away. Sometimes the best places are off the beaten path, tucked in a small community.
That's right. We're trying our best to find places like that in the TV13 viewing area, and we absolutely love it when you share your ideas with us on Facebook.
This month, viewer Betty Kirby Fenston suggested we visit the House of Candles in Henryville. So, we did.
Everything that we do is hand poured, hand wicked, and obviously you saw the carving, hand carved. That is the way we make our candles. It gives us hands-on control. It also is very individualized, and it's also easy to change. I'm not automated to the point where I can't make what you want because my machine doesn't do that. We put the wax in there, and it's heated by hot water overnight, so there's no flame kind of situation. She will then take it from this tank, and she will use her hose to put it in here and start her blending. In here, she'll blend her waxes, she'll add her dyes, she'll add her scents, and she'll bring it up to the exact temperature that she wants inside each one of these tanks.
Then what you have to do is take this and make a loop and put this string in. So we pull it like that, take this and wrap it, and then pull it tight.
I have a feeling we're going to be a lot clumsier and slower.
It looks just like water.
Yeah, it really does. Just a little thicker.
The tippy
Yep,
top.
right there.
That's what
I can smell the mango. We're
Things like
just about done.
All right. I'm sure she'll have some more in the pot for the other volunteers.
The last of the mango.
But this is referred to as hand pouring, and you can see what we're talking about.
Hand pouring, time to make the candles.
You want to buy the candle that works for you. If it burned well, if it smelled nice, and you were happy with the price, then it doesn't matter who made that for you, that's a good candle for you. But if you're buying candles and they don't stay lit, and they don't smell, okay, and they're not working the way you want them to, and they're just pretty much a decoration kind of thing, and that's not what you bought them for, then you need to look for another source. And hopefully we can be that source for you because we guarantee our stuff.
Carol, you let us help you today, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And tell us, how did we stack up as a helper?
Absolutely. Whenever you want to come back, you're more than welcome to come back. You did a very good job. Oh, very, very good.
We all played with wax, even when I was growing up, we played with wax. And having these dipping tanks here that are always hot gave an opportunity for our kids after hours to play in there and make hands and make other things. So this is cold water. What we're doing is just cooling off your hand, allowing you to get started. This is the warm wax like you saw over there. So we're going to dip in there, come out, let us finish dripping, and dip right in here. And then just keep your hand in that same shape, and we're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Are we ready? Because see, now we're to the point where I'm going to build up this wrist for you, and you need to pick your colors. Straight down and straight back up. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead. It'll pop right out. There you go.
Ta-da!
I like.
Now we're starting with white for a couple of reasons. Every color looks better on white. Okay, now you're going blue. Cut right down through this wax, just about like that. Slide down here behind that. I'm getting that wax out of the way so it's a functional candle. We've tried to make it not just a place where you can buy a candle, okay, but a place where you can buy a good candle for a good price and have fun doing it. And hopefully the fun would be a little bit for everybody. Not just fun for the person that's doing the purchasing, but maybe even for those that are with them, whether it be children or father or other people. So therefore, there's the antique car outside for the guys. Okay, we have the animals out back that pretty much adults and kids like as well. Miniature horses with their babies in the summertime, goats with their babies in the summertime, Chinese pheasants, a water garden with the koi and the goldfish, things like that. And also the idea that during the week, if you're here at the right day, you could even see somebody out there chainsaw carving a bear, because they may be doing that as well. And then that kind of gives something for everybody to do while they're here. And of course, seeing something done is still one of the key things for most people. Not just buying a candle, but seeing a candle made.
All right, so Marie and I did the hands, we did our own carving. It was a lot of fun, but how do you think we actually did?
You did good. Now, you got to understand that other people aren't allowed to come in and carve. So, okay, what you did is a little bit different. The hands-on is good as far as making the hands. Candle carving is something that does take some practice. And for not having had practice, I assume you hadn't done it before. For not having practice before, they come out very well. Because remember, I told you, they don't come out looking anything like this normally. And yours do look something like this. If you get far enough back, you could say it looks
Eddie would love for you to visit the House of Candles and make your very own wax hand. He's given us a gift certificate for $15.
One lucky viewer can win that by going to our Facebook page and checking out our July album. Read the captions and like the proper photo for your chance to win. Good luck.
When Talk of the Town comes back, we push it into high gear at Pocono Raceway. Don't miss it. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. This month, we're getting moving faster than we've ever moved before. As a matter of fact, I think it's the fastest probably that I'll ever move in my life.
Oh, it's definitely faster than I've ever moved, for sure. We're at Pocono Raceway for Stock Car Racing Experience. I'm gonna get to drive a race car. That's amazing to me.
I can't drive stick, so I'm gonna ride with an instructor.
They say that the race cars go 150 miles an hour plus.
Are you gonna go that fast?
I don't know. I just hope I'm not the slowest car out there.
Well, we'll see.
These cars are amazing machines. They're phenomenal. The grip, the traction, the adhesion. As fast as these cars can go down the straightaway, you know, they can go through the corner that fast as well. So I guarantee you're going to want to put a quarter in it and take it out one more time after you finish your first ride.
Pocono Raceway is known as the Tricky Triangle. 3 big turns, each completely different. So as we made our way onto the track, it was time to think about 2 things: drive fast and turn left. The way this works, there's an instructor in the first car. Marie's with the instructor. Then there's 2 other cars driven by us. And I'm in the second car, and the third car is good friend and sports guy Mark McKeon. So hopefully he doesn't pass me. That's really all I'm hoping for today.
If you're going with an instructor, you're probably going to be approaching 160, and you're going to be driving.
Yes.
So you have to keep up.
So I think she just threw the gauntlet down, so I think it's 160.
Well, Rhea, are you ready?
I'm ready. You're gonna drive fast, right?
I'm gonna drive fast, and you know what? They gave me a quick ride to let me get an idea as to what I'm in for.
Yes.
I can't believe they're gonna let me actually get in a race car by myself and drive.
Good luck.
We're gonna do good.
Obviously, our first concern is to keep them safe. 15th season, we're up around 1.7 million miles, and we haven't even handed out a Band-Aid. So we're going to try and keep that streak going. And as you can see today, everybody's happy.
I was in 4th gear before making it out of the pits, and the need for speed meant don't touch the brakes at all. So I didn't, but I could see Mark McKeon in my rear view mirror. That was amazing.
There you go. Like that.
Woo.
Big smile.
I can't even describe how cool that was. It was awesome.
All right, wait a minute. I was first.
It was so awesome. I can't believe you passed me.
I got you.
Oh.
I kept looking back and I saw the big red car right behind me, so nice job.
Yeah,
Nice
good job.
Well, the first 2 laps didn't really feel too fast to me, but then in that 3rd lap, I started feeling like we were picking up some speed, and we came past that tower, and I saw that blue move over flag, and I knew you were
Of course, that
behind
man
me.
moved over to Kim, and I moved into the 2nd spot. Did you see me wave out the window?
I saw you wave, and you know what? I thought I was doing really good, but I didn't realize that I was kind of getting away from Marie's car. But once you passed me, that was it, man.
I think it made you mad.
It made me mad. I'm like, I'm staying right on his bumper the whole rest of this race.
It did. I saw you in the rearview mirror the whole rest of the time, but I wasn't trying to inch up close to that the pace car. But that was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
You guys did great. I was just the passenger. Yeah.
You know what? They said we did about 160. I'm proud of that.
It's not too bad. About 50
Good
miles an
job,
hour
you
slower
guys.
than the Cup guys did the race, but I'll take it. I'm not a pro driver.
I'll take it any day. And you know what? Our producer, Zach, he got in a race car too. Check out how he did. Not only can Zach shoot and edit, he was zooming around the track. And I'm really glad I didn't have to race him as well.
What a great day at the racetrack.
It sure was, and we want someone else to have just as much fun. So Pocono Raceway has given us 4 passes for the Sprint Cup race in August, along with pit passes as well.
That sounds like a fun time.
It sure does. Just go to our Facebook page. You know the drill. Like the right photo for your chance to win. Welcome back, everyone. We've headed outside. We're actually in the midst of Marie's garden. Now, she's got quite a green thumb.
Thank you.
And we're here with one of her favorite things, her peppermints.
That's right. Peppermint is one of the things I started experimenting with a few years ago. If you remember, last year we made peppermint tea, remember? And I was drinking it on my deck.
I do remember.
All right, well, I still make my peppermint tea a lot, but I've learned how to make a lot more with the peppermint and how to do a lot more things with the peppermint. We thought that would be fun to share with everybody today. So first, before you actually can do things with the peppermint, you have to harvest it. So you're gonna help me today?
I'm all for it.
All right, it's really simple. Go low and throw them in the basket. Chop them off. After we do this, the peppermint will grow back and continue to thrive. Kim, we did a good job. We have harvested the 2nd half of my peppermint patch. We have a lot of peppermint here.
You know what? And it didn't take very long either.
It didn't take long to cut it. This is the part that takes the long time, because now what we have to do is we have to strip the leaves from the stems, because the leaves, once they're dry, crumble really nicely and you can use them for a lot of things, but the stems are a little tough. So we want to just pick off all the green leaves, and if you see any yucky leaves, throw them aside.
Because we want only the best leaves for our peppermint.
Best leaves. We're going to throw them in this brown paper bag, and then once that's done, it takes about a week to 2 weeks in the brown paper bag in a warm place, and just let it dry.
All right, Marie, I have never made ice cream with real mint before, so what do we need to do to get started?
Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to pulverize that mint, because you don't want to be eating a leaf in your ice cream.
That's good news.
So, coffee grinder. So all we do is take the mint, put it in the coffee grinder. And Kim, I don't really measure. I just fill up the coffee grinder, and I found that that's a good amount of mint for one batch of ice cream. You can make ice cream with a lot of different mixtures of ingredients. I like to use almond milk or coconut milk or regular milk, so we're gonna do like a half and half this time. So we're gonna do a cup and a half of half and half, a cup and a half of almond milk. So we have our milk, 3 cups of milk. This is stevia, liquid stevia, so this is sugar-free ice cream, and vanilla. Okay, so about 20 drops, that's a dropper, put about 20 drops in there. I never measure anything, I just put in a glug.
A glug of vanilla. It looks like about a teaspoon or 2.
A glug of vanilla, yeah, a teaspoon or 2. And we mix those ingredients, and we're ready to get the ice cream maker. All right, Kim, now we're gonna add our mint that we've ground up.
All of it?
Yeah.
All right, it's minty.
It's kind of greenish brown and may not be that appealing to some people, so we can always use green food coloring.
All right, looks like this mixture is ready to go. How do we make it ice cream?
All right, we use my ice cream maker. So 20 minutes later, and we have ice cream. So Kim, You notice we have 3 bowls here, right?
We share.
We cannot leave out Bob, our cameraman. He has to have some ice cream too, don't you, Bob? You can talk, Bob. It's okay.
It's time for my favorite part of this segment.
Try it.
Oh, wonderful.
Best mint I ever had.
Oh, it's delicious.
Bob, come on.
Very minty.
You can have your ice cream now.
Just so you know, Bob loved that ice cream, and so did I. I felt like I was eating healthy, at least a little bit, even though it was still ice cream. Thanks, Marie.
Oh, you're welcome. A few weeks ago, I took some of my dried peppermint to my friend Penelope. I knew she'd have lots of ideas, and I had a lot of peppermint.
Well, Penelope Brigaman is the owner of Soapothecary in downtown Jim Thorpe, and she's always coming up with new ideas for her shop. And today she joins us with those ideas for Marie's peppermint. Hi, Penelope, thanks for coming in. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to be back.
All right, so I brought you that peppermint a few weeks ago. I walked into the shop, I said, Pat, I have a present for you. You were one of the few people in the world I knew that would say, wow, this is something cool. Right?
I love peppermint. And I love the fact that you dried it and you took the time to do that, you know, because it's a little bit of a process. And I have the peppermint that you dried right here in this jar. And so what I did with your peppermint is I made an infusion out of it. And what an infusion is, it's basically you take 1 part herb, dried herbs, to 2 parts of an oil. And I chose safflower oil. And the reason that I chose safflower oil, this is the safflower, this is the infusion right here. And the reason that I chose the safflower oil was because it has a low odor. So I wanted to just get like all the yummy peppermint goodness in that infusion. So then what I did was you take the 1 part herbs to 2 parts oil, and you heat the oil up to about 100 degrees. And then you turn off the heat. And then you put in your herbs and you stir them up a little bit. And then you turn off the heat, and then you let it set for 24 hours. And then you'll take a strainer and line it with cheesecloth, and then you pour the infusion into that strainer, and then you can tie off the cheesecloth and squeeze out all the oil without getting any of the herbs into your infusion, which you can see it's pretty clear. You might get a few pieces, but
I'm amazed because you know, it's
I doubled my cheesecloth.
Mine would be so good. But if you had little pieces in it, it's not the end of the world, right?
No, it actually I love that. I love the botanicals, and it makes it more natural, and it's just it's okay. It's a good thing.
And now you can do a lot of different things with that, right?
I can do anybody can do a lot of things with this. What I've chosen to do is, for this, is to make a peppermint sugar body scrub.
Okay, we can't eat this one, Kim.
Can't eat it.
No, okay. So how do we get started with the peppermint body scrub?
So what we do is, I've got some oils right here. What I have is cocoa butter and some polo wax, which is an emulsifying wax. And what that does, it combines like all of your ingredients together and holds them together. So what I'm doing is I'm heating up my hard waxes in here, and then what I'll do is we're going to add some of the wonderful safflower, and we can start doing that now.
Okay.
Put our gloves on.
Gloves are good.
Yeah, always. Just keep your hands clean, and keep bacteria down, because whenever you're making products for yourself, you want to, make sure that you're not incorporating bacteria. And that's why I have over here this vitamin E, which is it's more of a natural preservative, and it's paraben free. So you want to stick with preservatives that are paraben free because of all the stuff that's coming out on parabens. But so we're going to use the tocopherols, which is vitamin E.
You need 6.75 ounces of peppermint infused safflower oil.
Okay, and Kim, I'm going to have you measure that out.
And I just open this and pour it in?
Yep, we're going to tare the weight on our measuring on our scale back to 0, so we're not incorporating the weight of the cup.
How much is 6?
It'll tell you.
It'll tell you. Don't know.
Is it
take
a
your
lot
hand.
or a little?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Okay, just so I know.
It's 6 ounces. It's almost 7 ounces.
I'm only at 3.2.
You're doing good.
Whoops.
There you go.
Keep thinking I'm going to overdo it. I'm a little messy, Pen. Did you notice?
That's all right. That's all right. It's good, clean fun.
Good, clean fun. Okay, 6.2, and I have to get to what, Marie?
6.75.
I'm almost there.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, 6.6.
That's good.
6.7.
There you go.
That's good.
Okay. Drip.
Okay. Yep.
And now this goes right into the big pot.
Right into the crock pot.
Dum dum dum.
Very good, and that cocoa butter and stuff is melting up. And inside there we have the cocoa butter again, and then the emulsifying wax. And see, that's it at this point. And I'm going to have the recipe for this. You
On our
guys
Facebook page, we'll put it up for you.
We'll post it on the Facebook
I can smell
page.
it already.
Does it smell good?
Smell good?
Yeah.
All right, so do these ingredients have to go in this order, Pam?
Yep. And
okay,
then
so the stearic.
Well, the stearic acid and the polo wax is already in there.
Okay, so we don't have to
Now,
worry about that.
yeah, those are our hard waxes. So we're going to do the fractionated coconut oil. And I like all of my, as much as everything in my products to be organic. So everything that we're working with today is organic. So Kim, I'll have you measure that out.
This?
9 ounces.
So we'll do, this is a 1 cup, so that's only an 8-ounce cup.
Take it back to 0.
And then we'll have to have a little bit.
All right, so I know already that I need a cup, so.
Yep.
Looks like I can go a little above a cup. I bet I can get 9 in there.
Can she get 9 in
She
there, Pam?
can. She can. Perfect.
Good job.
9.0.
Yep.
I'd like all of you to know I measured exactly right.
She did. Okay.
In it goes.
All that goodness. And all these oils work really great to hydrate your skin during the scrub. And then we're going to take this and we're going to pour it into here. This is a little warm, so I want to be careful. Okay. And you notice like it's the coolness of the tin is actually making the liquid solid again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And we can put this over here.
And I'll get this out of the way.
Great. Okay.
Then we add the sugar.
Yep, we're going to let this set just a little bit. We'll scrape this sides a little bit.
Because it's starting to get hard already.
But
Just
you
on
don't
the edges where it's cool.
just where it's cool, and that's okay. But what you don't want to do is add the sugar in when this is too hot, because what you'll do is the sugar will start to caramelize. It'll start to melt. So we're going to do a temperature read on that, and that's it. It's good. Okay, so this is almost good.
We're looking for it to be a little under 100 degrees. Is that what?
There we go.
And how much sugar do we need?
We're using, and I have that measured out into here,
cool.
and this is 20 ounces of sugar.
Is that just your basic store-bought sugar?
Yep, I use an organic sugar, but you can use whatever you
Anything
prefer.
you want? Just right in there?
Yep, pop her in.
And what are the benefits of sugar in a scrub? Is it just the texture?
Well, it's finer grain than salt, and salt scrubs have their benefit, but I like sugar because it doesn't dehydrate the skin.
I like it because it melts.
It melts, but this won't melt.
No, I mean when it's on you.
Yeah.
When it's on you, it melts. You know, after it scrubs you, then it kind of melts down.
It does.
from the heat.
It does, and it doesn't scratch your skin. And if you have any scrapes or owies, the sugar isn't going to sting.
Owies?
Yeah.
You can tell that you have some young ones running around.
Oh yes. Okay. So if you're using a salt scrub, what that'll do is that'll actually burn your skin if you have any scrapes. So I like that. And sugar is a natural humectant, so it actually moisturizes your skin too. And the texture of this sugar is almost like a microdermabrasion, so it really gets rid of any. And
are we ready to
we're
continue
gonna
here?
pop this down. There we go. Whoop, there. Okay, and then we'll just turn it on to a little bit of mix, and then we'll let it mix.
Keep turning. All right, I can turn that while we talk.
I think it'll turn. Yeah,
It'll turn by
And
itself,
when you
okay.
see this start to thicken up and get cloudy, you can start putting it into your jars, and make sure you're using sterile jars. What you could do, you can sterilize them with a little bit of alcohol, or you can, with the plastic jars, you want to just clean them real good and then spray them with the alcohol. And then just start filling them. You don't want to boil these if you're using a glass jar, it's fine to boil them, but if you're using a plastic jar, what you'll do is you'll actually melt the plastic
Right.
and it'll.
So you just use alcohol.
Yeah, just.
All right, I love this idea. Perfect for the summer. Tell us why we wrapped up mint.
And this is fresh mint, not dried.
This is fresh mint. It's not dried. You can take it right from your garden and just lay it and roll it up into some paper and use a natural fibered rope. And then you could start a fire with it if you're doing a bonfire, and it gives you a nice aromatic fire. So
Probably smells
And now that everybody's doing little fires on their decks with chimeneas, that's a great idea because it makes a nice smell.
It makes a really nice aromatic fire, and you can use other herbs too. So it's kind of neat. You can make your own potpourri and add different herbs to this also. So it's just simple. You take a newspaper, you know, line it with your whatever herb you want to use, but we're using peppermint, and then tie it off, and there you go. Stack it in between your wood and light the ends, and there you've got your aromatic fire starter. Yeah.
Does mint keep bugs away?
Yes.
It does?
It does.
Good. Perfect. That's one more reason to use it. I love it.
Yep. And it's just really refreshing.
Now today we're playing with peppermint, but on the front of the table we can see lots of other things. Well, I know, and some of those things are peppermint, other things that you've done with peppermint. Tell us about what you do in your shop and where you get your ideas and what kinds of things we see here.
Well, I get my ideas from everywhere. You can tell, like bakeries.
That's not a real cake. That's a soap cake.
That's not a real cake. That's a soap cake. But
That
it's
looks like a real cake, and we've got some other things that were real cakes that didn't look like real cakes earlier in the show, so it all works.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. But then we have our soap cupcakes and our mint bath bombs. Those are actually made with peppermint and dried peppermint. And then, of course, my peppermint soap, which I have a hard time keeping in the shop because it's so popular. People love that sensation.
Yeah.
And then I have a little bit of a diva in me, so I make like glamour soaps
Sparkly
too.
things. The kids probably love those little girls, that pink sparkly soap.
I like the pink sparkly soap.
And then we have a margarita salt bar in which I use actual sea salt in that too, and you get that nice beachy feel on your skin. If you ever swim in the ocean, you come out and your skin feels so polished and wonderful. That's what the margarita salt soap does, and you just have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, and tons of things to see in your shop on Broadway in Jim Thorpe.
Yep.
Lots of things to see, and you're going to be starting something new.
I'm going to be starting classes in September for soap making classes, and maybe other classes. It just depends on what people would like to learn. And we'll be putting all the information on our website at www.soapothecary.com. And that information will be listed in the middle of July, and you can register online for the classes and get more information on that. And we'll be starting our classes in September.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
You'll have all these novice soap makers wanting to learn what you do. And
I'm really excited about that because I really feel like it's such a great thing to be able to do. And you can make you can make a soap and any kind of soap, so it'll be a lot of fun.
How's our scrub doing?
Done?
This is getting there. Yep. It's beautiful. You girls are naturals.
We had quite a bit of instruction.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, just to make it a little prettier, is I'm going to take a little bit of Marie's beautiful lavender.
Peppermint.
Peppermint. Oh, we used lavender last time.
Lavender was last time.
We could do a lavender mint one, but now we're going to do just peppermint. And I'm going to crush these up nice and small, and it just makes it really pretty.
Yeah.
And you can mix that in, it gives it that nice smell too.
More minty.
More minty.
I'm getting the whiff.
Marie, did you ever have any idea that your peppermint could do so many things?
I didn't. I've been learning though. I've been learning. I love that peppermint, so I've been doing a lot with it. And
it's a great peppermint.
I knew Pen was the one to come up with more ideas.
Well, I thank you for bringing it to me because it's just such a great herb to work with, and it's a lot of fun. It's nice to come up with ideas for different things.
Yeah. Okay, so then we add it in.
Yep. Then what we do is we can turn this off, and then we can lift it up. There you go. And what we'll do is we'll take this.
Yep. Move this out of here so we don't have to.
And then we'll just keep mixing it as you add it into the jar because you want to make sure that the sugar is evenly distributed. And then you can pour it into your jars. just like this.
Pretty. Look how
And-
pretty that is with the herbs floating.
Isn't that beautiful? Those are the finished scrubs right in front of the fire starters. And what you do is you'll set this aside till it's cool, and then it'll be ready to use. It'll thicken up to a nice consistency, and it's ready to rock.
So it's not like soap. You don't have to let it cure. It's ready right away as soon as it cools up. Lid?
Yep. Well, you'll probably want to wipe your edge a little bit.
Sure will be neat.
Yeah, there we go.
And it's a shame everyone at home can't smell how good that is, but
know,
it really smells
good.
Smells wonderful.
There are so many wonderful herbs around us that you can really make wonderful things with. So I'm hoping that people will kind of take this as a note to go see what's out there in their own backyards.
And what they can do with it. You can Google anything, right?
Absolutely, I love Google. And
right.
then there's our finished scrub.
Awesome. And well, here's what we were talking about that. Here's what it looks like when it's all the way dried. So that's one that's been completely finished and is ready to use.
It's ready to use.
All right.
And
nice.
I'll show you the consistency of it too, just so you can know what to look for. So hopefully I can open this one. There we go. And it's a nice thick consistency. You can just scoop it out and use it in the shower. And it's a rinse off. You scrub and then rinse off. And you don't need to use soap after this. You want to wash off first and then use your scrub to hydrate and then rinse off and you're ready to go. You won't even have to use a moisturizer. It's all right there.
Perfect. Oh, well,
It's a 2-in-1.
Hey, very good. Penelope, thanks for coming and sharing all of your ideas with us
thank you.
today. We
Yes,
loved having
awesome.
you. And I knew you were a great idea, lady. Penelope invites you to visit Soapothecary on Broadway in Jim Thorpe. And she's giving us a $25 gift certificate for one lucky viewer. Just go to our Facebook page,
welcome. My
like the
pleasure.
proper photo for your chance to win.
And good luck to any of you who decide to try any of this at home. If you do, be sure to let us know how your ideas turn out. And whatever you do, remember, be
The talk of the town.